And we had quite a successful opportunity last year to sit down with you and talk principally about the budget, because I certainly believed when I was running a big company, and I know now that I have this position here at City Hall, that the single place, the single document, the single instrument that is the most important thing when it comes to any organization is its budget, because it's where you put the money that speaks perhaps louder than statements of good intention or otherwise. And so you're really the first people that we have exposed ourselves to in a group setting like this from the media to tell you about it and have a presentation from Josie and from Gary, but also to answer your questions. And so I'm glad we have this opportunity again this year. And if there are other questions that come to your mind about other matters germane to my job or to the job of my colleagues on City Council, of course, we're happy to answer those too. So Gary will tell you in a moment or two, it was a tough budget cycle this year. Government budget cycles now are tough because the people who live in the city or the people who live in the province or in the country are finding themselves, after a period of some economic uncertainty not that long ago, in a position where they are seeing all of their different costs rise, whereas their compensation might not be rising to the same extent. The governments at the same time are seeing a need for more and more services, whether it's building more transit, repairing the housing in the City of Toronto, or a host of other things we're called upon to do. Today we talked about childcare. And so it just means that it is a high-pressure job to be the budget chair. Ultimately, as the mayor, I have the responsibility as the head of the council to make sure what is presented to our colleagues is something that both is sensible, but also has a chance of passing, because here at City Hall, as you know, there are no parties, and as a result, we have to put together a budget that can attract the support of a majority of the members of City Council. I have been quite resolute in saying that I also believe a fundamental part of this, beyond the obvious mandate that we have to deliver the best quality services we possibly can at the lowest possible cost, and I think that is your obligation, whether you're running a business or whether you're running a family or whether you're running a government, to deliver the best quality of service that you can for the least possible cost. And it has been with that in mind that we've also sought to keep the rate of increase in property taxes at or below the rate of inflation. I happen to believe that's important, and I think a majority of my colleagues have too since I've been here the last, now this is our third budget, because I know there are many people who live in homes and in condominiums, and for that matter in rental apartments, where they want to stay, especially homeowners and especially elderly homeowners, they want to stay in their home. But if they're on a fixed income or a lower income, or if they're a first-time home buyer, one of the biggest costs that they have to lay out or absorb each and every year is the cost of paying their property taxes.